Welcome to Akihabara. Before start the tour, let me share some rules of this tour. First, please stay at for your safety. Second, you can take pictures during the tour. However, please don't take any pictures of passengers as well as girls. Mind custom handing out flyer on the street directly. Third, please refrain from posting pictures on SNS if you can see the face of passengers and girls clear on them. My name is Koiru. I will be your guide for today's bike taxi tour. I'd like to introduce the attraction for Akihabara through fine food restaurants in this town, where you enjoy the real view around you. Imagine the table screen in front of you and VR video. At one place during the tour, you will get off the taxi and wear VR headsets to enjoy 360 degrees VR video. Now let's start Akihabara tour. What image do you have of Akihabara? This town is well known to be an intellectual town or maker of some culture. However, Akihabara is also gourmet town where a lot of fine food restaurants of wide variety are guessing. In 2000, Akihabara became a tourist city which gathered attention from all over the world as a mecca of otaku culture or subculture, famous for manga or comics, anime or animation films, and video games. At the same time, the town ventured as a country of IT industry, and many businesses came in. As the number of visitors and workers in Akihabara greatly increased, the number of restaurants also increased in a short period. Actually, there was Kanda vegetable and fruit market, the biggest vegetable and fruit market in Japan, in front of present JR Akihabara Station from 1928 to 1989. Fresh vegetables and fruits from throughout Japan were on the market for about 60 years. Some restaurants loved by the market workers from that time still keep their business going and make the variety of restaurants in this town richer and more interesting. This tour recounts 10 restaurants in Akihabara that carefully selected by Akihabara enthusiasts. Until 40 years ago, Akihabara was the leading town of home electric appliances in the world. Also, foreign people who came to Japan for sightseeing or business visit Akihabara to buy made-in-Japan brand goods of high quality and inexpensive that made good souvenirs. Thus, Akihabara flourishes more and more. However, for children these days, manga, anime, video games do not mean subculture anymore but main culture, a part of their everyday life. For them, Akihabara may be more special space beyond a game otaku in the future. You will see the letter ATRE1 on the building just in front of you. It is a station building opened in 2012. This improved the image of Akihabara Station a lot so that famous visitors feel comfortable. Step on here and you will realize now you are in Akihabara. On the left-hand side is the Akihabara Ryokan, the most well-known landmark in Akihabara with a big yellow sign. If you took a look at the shops inside, you can tell what are now in Akihabara. This is the very birthplace of PC in Japan, where NEC sold the first microcomputer kit named TK in 1976. Present Radio Kaigan holds many pop culture shops representing Akihabara. Look at your right side. Inside of the building is a Mars Parket, the origin of Akihabara Electric Town. There is no other place in the world where electric parts and device shops concentrate like this. Everybody enjoys making things by hand that contribute to the technological development of Japan. You see a lot of duty-free store buildings around the station. In front of you is Chuo or Central Street. This is the main street of Akihabara with the very image of a mecca of otaku. Some visitors come to Akihabara to just take pictures of the street and get satisfied. Now coming into view in traveling direction is Bansaibashi Bridge over Kanda River. Behind the bridge, can you see red-black trash condition? That is the elevated railway of JR Chuo Line. Once there was Bansaibashi Station there, being a terminal station where passengers changed trains of trams. The seat was always buzzed with many people. Now Bansaibashi Station was renovated as a shopping factory named Banjikyu and opened it in 2013. The old red brick arch and stair add addition to the factory were shops and cafes or certain taste around your interested characters. Look at in front of you, you can see only wide Soap's line. The elevated railway of the Soap line was extended from Ryogoku to Ochanomizu in 1932. Its height is the same level with the three-story building, far higher than the Yamanote line, another elevated railway. People came all the way to have a look over them. There is a beautiful orchard-shaped Hatagocho wide cart nearby. You can see that later. Now, Onoda is on your left side. This is duty-free store. Later, you will enjoy with relaxing person at this store. The next taxi is going down the back street. In a short time, the first shop will be coming into view on your left side. Now let me introduce the first restaurant of Akihabara food lovers' recommendation. This is Torio Keisuke, a ramen noodle shop. Do you like ramen? Japanese ramen, first introduced from China, evolved in unique ways in Japan. Now ramen is loved and well known as one of representative cuisines in Japan by many people in the world. There are so many different types of ramen with different soups such as salt, soy sauce, and miso-based base, as well as different think of noodles. Different ramen shop offers different ramen, and you will be attracted by the diversity and deep world of ramen. Among many ramen shops in Akihabara, this Torio Keisuke is very exclusive and offers the one and only ramen. The menu to boast about of this shop is blue of ramen tips with chocolate chicken leg. The appearance of the menu is full of image and suspect, so you absolutely should be exact. The cream soup with rich chicken broth is so tasty. Other menus are also popular. For example, ramen with simple soy sauce-based soup made of fish and chicken bones, and the tsukemen ramen noodle salad spiced with very rich sauce. Try any menu of this shop and you will never forget this unique ramen shop. Now on your right side is the elevated railway of the soup line. Now on your right side is the elevated railway of the soup line. The reason why so many railways were erected was because Meiji government ordered as such in order to avoid obstruction by laying reading on the ground. Soon you can see beautiful arch-shaped Hatagocho garden. Please look up your right over side when the taxi turns to the left. Its bright green color is beautiful, isn't it? Next, let me introduce the so-called idol counter in Akihabara. On the 7th floor of Pasira building with a red sign board up ahead of your right on the other side of the street, Pasium Sierra is located. There you can see the performers of popular idol groups such as Kamen Joshi or Masked Girls. Speaking of idol groups, the most famous one in Akihabara is AKB48. Soon you will enjoy VR experience at Onoden, where we passed by at Chio Street. Onoden is a duty-free store and electronics retail store. Onoden deals not only in products aimed at visitors from foreign countries but also from Japan. For example, Japanese traditional craft section is on the ground floor that introduce Japanese handwork of high quality. The second and third floor are home appliances section. The fourth floor is pop culture section where all shops deal in pop culture. I possible now you feel hungry. Here, please enjoy VR video of 3 restaurants you will pass by later. With VR headset, you can enjoy 360 degrees image as you move your head and eyes in different directions. Please enjoy experience the virtual visit to the restaurants. It will be spectacular. was your VR experience, and how did you like the 3 restaurants appeared in the VR video? I will give you more detailed explanation of each restaurant when you pass by them later. The taxi is going toward the black street. Girls in concert front hand out flyers on the street. Please refrain from taking direct photos of them and avoid posting any photos on SNS if you can see faces or passage of those girls clearly. The next Akihabara food lovers recommendation is Akatsuka. What is your impression of the appearance? It looks as if time stopped here for decades, doesn't it? There is such a restaurant with a long history in Akihabara town. Akatsuka opened it in 1954 when Japanese people worked hard to rebuild the country after the Second World War. More than 60 years since then, Akatsuka has been loved by local people and watched the change of town. The wooden table and counter of the restaurant has warm atmosphere and reminds you of good old Japan. Popular menus include the miso taste stew of chicken, skin and liver, crisp skin of fresh fish in season from Toyosu Fish Market. Nowadays, the restaurant has more young ladies and foreign guests in addition to long-time regular guests and often workers of the neighborhood. Please feel the history of Akihabara and Japanese culture at Akatsuka. There is Kodobukiya, one of the top figure and best mode maker in Japan, or Super Potato, a well-known retro video game shop in and out of Japan. There are many interesting shops on the back street. The street in front of you is Kanda Myojin Street. Can you see a building across the road with cute pink ribbon and heart-shaped object? That is the mark of At Home Cafe, a well-known and popular men's cafe in Akihabara, welcomed by my son. You enjoy the exciting world of getting your ordinary life, could smell to Japanese tradition, or the asobi country in which you are entertained by Michael-san. The taxi takes Chiyo Street, the main street in Akihabara, to get to the next restaurant. Soft map Akiba Prefecture computer and the high store on your left side has esports. Still Akiba on the 7th floor. Do you know esports? Esports is an abbreviation of electrician sports and a form of competition of using computer games or video games. On your left side is Jichun store. Jichun is a gaming machine brand Japanese PC mark mouse computer. One factor is a heavy demand for PC with extra space for virtual meeting, telework, or remote work under the qualification pandemic. The Church Street turns into a pedestrian place on every Sunday. Many people enjoy walking on the car-free street. In autumn, the leaves of roadside ginkgo trees turn bright yellow and look very beautiful. By the way, one of the reasons why ginkgo is often chosen as roadside trees because it is strong against fire, as its trunk and leaves keep a lot of water. Now let me introduce another Akihabara food lovers recommendation. The third one is Akihabara Nagomido, a cafe located on the basement floor of the building on the opposite corner. It appeared in the video. Are you on Instagram? Instagram is a free online photo sharing, application and surf network platform used by 1 million people all over the world. This Akihabara Nagomido is interesting cafe and being talked about a lot. This cafe is also unique as it offers about books that guests can read as they like. Not only that, share rooms, written note pieces, as well as partly traditional are available. By the way, a Japanese word nagomi used in the name of the cafe means feeling of calmness and relaxing. If you visit Akihabara Nagomido, the cafe should relax your heart. Let me introduce next Akihabara food lovers recommendation. The fourth restaurant is Gyusha. The fourth restaurant is Gyusha. It is on your right-hand side, the operation side of the road. If you ask the Japanese people which food do you like most, a cuisine always among the top is hamburger. Popular good hamburger restaurant in Akihabara is this Gyusha. Hamburger made of 100% beef, include famous Wagyu, is very juicy and has a direct and soft feel in the mouth. Another popular menu here is curry and rice topped with a popular hamburger. Curry is so suave and has plenty of beef meat and juicy sweet in red wine, and it is talked about a lot. Believe or not, the restaurant offers a big side hamburger as heavy as 1 kilogram. Let me introduce next Akihabara food lovers recommendation. The fifth restaurant is Bengalu. The previous restaurant Gyusha has a Korean menu, and Bengal is a Korean special restaurant. Korea also came from overseas and evolved in unique ways in Japan, just like ramen noodle and hamburger. It is common in Japan to have Korea with rice, and Korea and rice is a regular menu of school lunch is elementary and junior high school, and many Japanese people love it since their childhood. Among many Korean restaurants in Akihabara, Bigo boasts the longest history. It opened in 1973. Since then, it has been loved by people in Akihabara for almost 50 years. The restaurant has a comfortable accommodation that makes you feel at home, and young ladies often visit here to enjoy nice Korea in a relaxed space. All Korea menus are cooked here with special Korea powder made by mixing various special and herbs. The menu is filling beef curry with chunk of beef meat. It is fresh and has molten squash and bitterness. Besides that, popular menu include the beef curry topped with cheese and baked in an oven, vegetable curry with plenty of vegetables in season, which is more than 50 kinds. Please try those special curry and rice with a long history that you can enjoy only in Akihabara. Let's move on to next Akihabara food lovers recommendation. The sixth shop I introduce is a mind cafe named Honey, appeared in their video. Maid Cafe represents the culture in Akihabara, a mecca of otaku. It is one of so-called custom place cafes, where waitress in mind customer welcome guests as their master or periods and give them hospitality. Honey is a very popular maid cafe with men and women. Even beginners who never been to any maid cafe would enter easy. You can enjoy omelette rice on which maid song, send cute pictures using ketchup, or homemade cake baked at cafe every day. For expensive price almost the same with common cafes. The cafe offers such wide variety of extra drinks that groups of people choose honey inside of table to enjoy drink party, and a business person after work often stop by alone. Let me give you intro to Honey. Turn left at the corner and go down 2 blocks, and you will see a building with a cloud cross on its behind on your left side. Honey is located on the second floor of next building. Let's move on to next shop of Akihabara food lovers recommendation. The 7th floor I introduced is Tetsudo Izagaya, Leito TGV, located on the 4th floor of the building on the left-hand side of you. It says that there are about 2 million trains both in Japan. Tetsudo Izagaya Leito TGV is very unique terrain with the concept of Japanese railway. One step inside and you will see real train sets are reused, and a large railway diamond is displayed. It's just like a railway theme park. Menus are also unique. Everything has something to do with railway or train, such as drink of the colors of Shinkansen, Bullet Train. Otiguide steak will remind you burning red hot coals and enter your plate as well as ice. Train enthusiasts as well as who want some knowledge about railway Both children and adults will have happy time in Testo Izakaya or railway travel, Little TGV. Families with children often visit here on the weekend. Once you visit Little TGV, you may told it to be factory by the world of railway. Let me introduce next Akihabara food lovers recommendation. The 8th restaurant is Pizzeria and the Bar Noga. With its being 26 this year, hotels aiming at tourists have been built one after another. Noga Hotel on the left-hand side is also a new hotel built in 2020. A restaurant on the ground floor of the hotel is Pizzeria and Bar Noga. The special restaurant consists of calm restaurant areas and clear bar area, and its high-class atmosphere makes this place to be a chic shop for super information. Pizzeria and Bar Noga product offers Spaghetti Italia of fine taste cooked with carefully selected ingredients. Fresh raw ham sliced and served on order, and hot juice are perfect side dishes that go well with electric drinks. They have about 100 kinds of wine carefully selected by somebody. This is indeed an ideal restaurant to spend special time with some important for you or beloved. The back street is always busy with deep otaku and engineers coming and going, and lined with professional specialty shops which can meet their demands. On the weekends, boxes of bars and dealers are placed in front of each shop, and the streets are crowded by people finding bargains. Next, I introducing the nice shop of Akihabara food lovers recommendation. Kanda Tamagoken, a shop with yellow sign, located in the deep of a narrow arrow on your right side. Kanda Tamagoken is a shop special in such unique omelette rice. Its ground floor is open kitchen, and you can see chefs are cooking while enjoying pink hot omelette rice. You absolutely feel happy when you put a spoon into chicken fried rice topped with very soft and creamy omelette. You can choose the sauce to pour on your omelette rice. Experienced popular sauces are actual homemade vegetable pigs served with omelette rice are talked about a lot by guests. They are tasted and you can take them as much as you can eat. That makes your meal well planned and mixture. There are tables on the second floor. I recommend you to come to Tamagoken with your friends or family. The taxi heads for the final shop with the Chill Street. After coming back to Chill Street, the taxi passed by Don Quixote, a large discount chain store. On the 8th floor of this Don Quixote building, there's AKB48 areas. AKB48, a female band and national icon, was born in Akihabara and owns the areas to perform. AKB stands for Akihabara. Now, AKB48 has become a big name and everybody knows it. However, its members' iteration started from the small stage in Don Quixote building in Akihabara. Now, I remember another event that I recommend you to actually say. It is Kanda Festival. Have you ever visited Kanda Fair before? Kanda is a Shindo shell with long history as long as 1,300 years, and represents Shindo shell in Tokyo, located in just 10 minutes walking distance from JR Akihabara Station. The shell holds Kanda Fair once every 2 years. Kanda Fair is a very famous fair that has been held since the 7th century. Early Edo period, it's one of the 3 major fairs in Japan along with Kion Festival in Kyoto and the Tenjin Fair in Osaka. The more you visit and get to know Akihabara, the more you will find the town so interesting. There is a Gundam cafe in the area called Crossfield, located in the traveling direction. Do you know the animation Mobile Suit Gundam? The first series was aired in 1979, coincided the same year when Sony Walkman was released. Since then, new series were made one after another to be aired on TV or screen really long-running anime works. On the right side, under the 11th railway, can you find Gundam Cafe? At the corner, there is a Akihabara where capitalist food products from all over Japan are sold. Next, Shikubei's Akihabara. This is a common factory opened in 2019, which always treats you with new discoveries and great buys. The second base, a camera shop, sells many ProWide cameras and introduces aged lessons. Lekon Akihabara shop, a shop special in pre-owned CDs. Tokyo Video Games, a cafe and bar looks like retro game attraction where you can enjoy playing games and alcohol. Then please look at the right-hand side. There is a Akihabara branch of Taiko Labo, a Taiko Japanese drum school of the largest sort in the world. Also, there is Ni 2K540 Akioka artist across Kuramaibashi Street in traveling direction. By the way, Akihabara also has an art center, 3331 Actress Chiyoda. From here, it is located in front right area. 3331 Actress Chiyoda was opened in 2010, based in the Rivermanston Ranger Junior High School, a former Chiyoda City Public Junior High School. Finally, I will introduce next Akihabara food lovers recommendation, the 10th shop. It is Fleuve des Zones. Do you remember that I told you at the beginning of the tour that there was the largest vegetable and fruit market, Kanda Vegetable and Fruit Market from 1928 to 1989 in Akihabara? At that time, fresh vegetables and fruits gathered to Akihabara from throughout Japan. The shop where the items of the bus is marketed with limited fruit gates. For today's special is very lucrative for fruit parfait. Only fruit special would be able to make this parfait with more than 10 different kinds of fresh fruits of the season, safely arranged directionally. Another popular menu is a sandwich made on homemade crust baked in the shop every morning. Set menu consists of the croissant sandwich, small plate of fruits cut up, drink, and a small side parfait is healthy and natural. Located a little bit side of the center of Akihabara. Fruit this season is something like lowest of the town. Please come to the lowest in Akihabara to refresh your body and sprint tide in the heat city. Now I will finish introduce 10 nice restaurants of Akihabara food lovers recommendation. Are there any shops you are interested in or you'd like to try? Then I will tell you the origin of the name of Akihabara. Tokyo Prefecture has five since Edo period. Nothing had changed even in Meiji period, and there was a travel fair in 1869. After the fire, the place around here was ready to be a fabric. In the space, a single shelter was built, and three dealers who prevent-wise were invited from the impression and unshared. However, people misunderstood that Akihabara Daigogen, a famous state who parade fire, was unshared. So people called the shell Akiba-sama and this area Akiba-goden no Harapa or Akihabara, mean the fight of Akiba-goden shell. Hara in Japanese means field or open field. This is the origin of the name Akihabara. People in other countries are often considered manga or anime are for small children, but in Japan, adults also enjoy manga and anime. There have been amakimono or illustrated hand scroll that depicts stories with pictures and text for more than 1,000 years in Japan. People enjoy the stories flowing drawing and text scrolling amakimono. You may call this a hand-operated animated movie. The front and left side of view is Yodobashi camera. Multimedia Akiba. Yodobashi camera This is the second largest store in Japan after Umeda store in Osaka. My tour guide friends often say this building has a black hole because some of their guests have disappeared in the building and never come back again. The guests who first could come back always would say they don't understand why they were left late for the meeting time. Now there is an entrance to the Tsukuba Express Akihabara station on your right side. Tsukuba Express went into operation in 2005, linking between IT town Akihabara and Tsukuba Saisen City in 45 minutes. Right far side, can you see the sign with at Akihabara? That is a paid toilet named Oasis Akihabara. Oasis Akihabara was opened in 2006 and it offers clean and comfortable restrooms, as well as a tourist information center and a smoking box. There are so many good restaurants I'd like to introduce to you, as good foods in Akihabara are very rich. I should be happy if I could have conveyed the attraction of the town of Otaku that you didn't know. When you visit Akihabara for sightseeing, please enjoy its unique foods and restaurants. After the tour, wait a period if you take a few minutes to fill out a questionnaire before leaving. Thank you very much for joining Akihabara Hybrid Express Tour.